All right, hey guys, this is Coach Marcus Jones here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome to tonight's Franchise Factor training, where we do this every single Wednesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And the Zoom link is one team, one dream, hangout.com. If you need to enter a passcode, is go one team, all lowercase, but you shouldn't need to enter the passcode because it's already embedded into the website link. I want to welcome any guests who may be on here. I know we have guests who hop on here just to check out and see what information or training they get for free. And I want to also welcome any of our new team members who recently joined us. If this is your first training, well, welcome. A little bit about me. I've been with the company since June 2019. I do this part time, which I will still do it part time. I was full-time employee in corporate America until 9:30 a.m. Pacific time this morning, where I woke up. I had a job at 4:30 in the morning. Then at 9:30 a.m., I was told they were terminating my position, and which was fine because thanks to this opportunity, I was able to put myself in a position to where I could absorb that loss of income. So all is well, but I appreciate you guys for being here. If you are a guest, get back with whoever shared this information with you and let them know what you liked about the information. So I appreciate you guys for being here. We have our next event coming up next Friday, September 12th, 13th, and 14th, that weekend in Nashville, Tennessee. I know some people are going to attend online. We have our international members traveling. I know it's far. And so some are going to attend online, but there are going to be several people in person. And so tickets are $40. If you still would like to attend, I believe you can send them to the paypal.me/HBN events, or you can send them to Coach Will Zell at the number indicated on the screen. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And we do these events a couple times a year. The last one was in Orlando, Florida. This one is in Nashville, Tennessee. I believe Friday night will be a meet and greet. There will be an axe throwing competition and different things going on. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to seeing you guys in person and also the people who are attending online. So appreciate you guys for being here. And want to congratulate all the members who have achieved either a rank advancement or commission milestone. I know people are building their business. We have, I think, 14 diamonds since the February event, which is great. So I want to congratulate all of you guys. Some of you may be on the Zoom tonight for reaching your diamond or whatever rank or commission milestone you achieve. Once you reach your different milestones, make sure you let your plugged in support team know. If you earn $300 or more, let your sponsor or your support team know so we can get a banner made for you to recognize you for that. So congratulations, everybody. So Coach Will has a couple books that he's written and published back in June. So it's been almost 3 months. And so making your first million in network marketing, that's actually the blueprint to what we teach. Okay, so that's a good book. And then The Hidden Empire is another book written by Coach Will. So you guys can get those books. If you follow him on Facebook, he does have a link to where you can purchase those two books. So great books to have. And I have them both in my library. And so I have them both there. But so good books, and hopefully you guys are finally who have them find some value with them. So Franchise Factor, we started this in 2021. So it was during the pandemic, but after the pandemic was in full effect. We initially called it 6 Steps to Six Figures because back then, several people had generated six figures in income with HBN only. And we wanted to have some type of training system where people can learn information, do it, and then teach it. And then we made an agreement that once someone reached seven figures by following what we teach, we would change it to 7 steps to seven figures. And Coach Will hit that milestone, I think, last year. I know it was either last year or the year before last. But anyway, after that, we changed it 7 steps to seven figures. But then we recognized that training was kind of long, right? Sometimes we would be training for 2 hours because there were 12 steps, a lot of information. So we got together, regrouped, and put together a Franchise Factor, which is what this training is called. And we compared it to people who purchase a franchise like McDonald's or Subway. I once owned a commercial cleaning franchise, and they all have their training manuals, and there's a specific way of doing the business. Okay, so that they want their franchisees to know, to learn it and do it and teach their employees. So we wanted to have the same type of thing where our members, whether you are a team member or not, or in our success line or not, where you can learn it, do it, and teach it. That's why we broke it down into 4 separate parts. And so we do one part each week, and then once we complete all 4, we just run it back and teach them again, right? So what we focus on having unified duplicatable training systems. So this is where people can learn it, okay, and do it and teach it, which is what you guys who have been consistently attending the trainings, you guys know this. Then we also have sequential learning. So we don't like to teach out of order, right? Like today, I went to the FedEx to drop off the equipment to mail back to my former employer, and one of the reps at FedEx read my button, says "Get healthy and wealthy." Asked me how, and then she says, "Well, can I get wealthy but not healthy?" So I'm like, "No, you got to have your health to maintain wealth." So she wanted to skip steps, right? We don't believe in skipping steps. And so we focus on mindset and skill set training. That's why we have our trainings on Sundays and Tuesdays. And those are for the mindset and skill set trainings. And this is also part of that training. Then we also focus on resources and repetition. Um, we share the books to read, the videos to watch, or the ebooks to listen to. Um, Tell you what to do as far as a new member. You want to join and go in your back office, click on 3 links a day, click on your website. So we believe in the concept of what is repeated is remembered, and what is remembered is repeated. That's why we don't teach new stuff. And as far as the training system, the lost art in network marketing that has been lost over the years because of all the electronic systems and tools people would like to use, where they don't have to learn the network marketing skills. We believe in teaching people to teach people to teach people, which is what Coach Will covered last night with his training after Coach Seymour did his rejection training. Like, I got rejected today from my employer, my former employer. So it is what it is. So anyway, then we have the 70 percenters, the 3 percenters, and the 27 percenters. 70% of people are going to die broke. Okay, that's according to insurance company statistics. And that applies to your business. 70% of the people you sign up who say they want to build a business and make money, they're not going to make it. They're going to quit and give up. Okay. The 3 percenters are the people who what's happened? What's happened? Okay. The 3 percenters are the people who are charismatic, and they don't follow any training. They may have their own way of doing things. And people follow them, okay, and they aren't duplicatable, and they have no training system or a system to build a business that's duplicatable. Just like we have the best system. Yeah, Greta, that's God's timing. My timing, Greta, would not have put me in the financial position I'm going to be in. They're going to pay me like over almost $100,000, right? For 36 weeks of severance pay, plus they're going to pay my bonus. I would have had to wait until March to get, paying all my vacation time and Cobra. So this way worked out a lot better, which is great. So Ed, let me go back. So the 3 percenters, they're not duplicatable, they're not trainable, right? And they typically, go from company to company to company. And the 3 percenters are the people that the 70 percenters follow. Okay. And then the 27 percenters, that's all of us who are here. So if you guys plug into this training, and that is us, because we recognize the best system. We also are focused on getting in, plugging in, and staying in. Thank you guys. All right. So anyway, because we're growing, people are loving the go-go sticks. I just shared information about the go-go sticks today with someone. Someone would try to recruit me for a travel business, and I say, well, I'm not passionate about travel, but if you know anyone who's open to using essential oil nasal inhalers, I have access to several good ones. They responded back and says, "Hey, is it good for allergies and breathing?" I said, "Yes." And they asked me for my website link. So because we're growing so fast with the go-go sticks, black seed oil, the GLP-1 system, the laundry detergent, all the different products, people join us, they're bringing their own teams, and some people have their own way of building, which we don't teach, but it's working for them. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Okay, and this if people are doing something that works for them, their business is growing, they don't have to listen to what we teach with our training. They can ignore us and keep doing what they're doing. But if what they're doing isn't working and they're not seeing their business grow at the pace they would like it to grow, they can by all means plug into what we teach, and we will help them win. All right. So we never want to, we don't want to step on anybody's toes and tell anyone they have to do it the way we teach, because there are 1,000 ways to build a business. So Green Organics, that's our parent company. They're the company that sends our Visa debit card. They're the company, when you receive the email from Pay Quicker, is from Green Organics for your commissions. Okay, when you have those. And so I like the fact that our products are really aggressive. We read an article, I mean, not article, I don't have my phone up here, but and we're not making any medical claims. Our products don't diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure any disease or health conditions. And we also don't make any type of income claims. We never guarantee people will make a single dime. Hi, Samsung SMA156U. Welcome. But I read Lillian, I don't know if she's on here, but someone she knew had a stage 3 colon cancer. Okay. And she shared black seed oil with the person, and the person received a good medical report saying that they have been cancer free for another year, right? So, and she thanked God and thanked black seed oil, which is amazing. All right. And so, how the company is structured: Green Organics is the parent company. There are 2 network marketing companies under the Green Organics umbrella. Say GoDasana is the older of the 2 companies. It was launched in 2012, primarily focused on practitioners and people who are buying essential oils and making their own blends from the oils. And in 2023, Paula wanted to introduce GoDasana to the marketplace and launch the network marketing division, which is what we've been building for the past 2 years. And so GoDasana is primarily essential oils, the household products, the Go-Go sticks are considered cosmetic, right? So we have Go-Go sticks, we have the personal care products with the deodorant, the tooth powder, the soap, right, which people use every day. And then we have black seed oil and some other products. And then Heart by Naturals is our supplement and superfoods division. Okay. And so people have the option of joining one company, or they can join both, like most of us are with. Okay. You don't have to be with both, but if you are going to buy the types of products each company offers, it makes sense to have an account with both, so you can order as a wholesale member, and you have the option to participate in the pay plan to earn income. So that's how the companies are structured. Green Organics, and then GoDasana is one company. Heart by Naturals is the other company under Green Organics. So that's how we break it down here. All right. Who's that? Oh, hey, Winter Nicole, welcome. All right, so write down this quote. I changed it. Coach Will shared it. Let me open my blinds. Coach Will shared this last night. This is my business, and I am making it work. Not I am going to make it work. We want to speak in the present tense. Okay, so now for me, right, not having a job to fall back on, I am making this work. Okay. And so always tell yourself that, when, you have challenges with your business, or you don't or you think it's something wrong with the business or the products or the pay plan, right? You have to take responsibility and accountability for your business. This is my business, and I am making it work. Okay. And yes, Jessica, the products complement each other. They just make sense to me. All right. So anyway, so that is a quote. Definitely write that down, screenshot it. Okay. This is being recorded, so you guys can go back and watch the replay. Our vision is bringing the power of plants to the people of the world. We're not knocking medication, but if prescriptions worked, why did they need to keep prescribing them every month? Okay. So we show people how they can help their body function properly by using plant-based products. We also are about facilitating financial independence. Okay. And I'm a prime example, right? Like if someone in my position woke up in the morning at 4:30, had a job, 9:30, no job, and didn't have any other source of income, they probably would have panicked, right, and wondered what would they do. Okay, unless they had true faith in God. But because of the work I've done since February 2019, where I was able to replace my income with this business, no pressure, no pressure, right? So we are all about facilitating financial independence and also personal growth, right? We are a personal development and professional development program disguised as a network marketing company, because we get paid to get better, right? We learn people skills, we learn sales skills, marketing skills, we learn communication skills, financial skills, which we're going to teach that in Nashville. So there's lots of skills we learn, okay, and so which jobs don't teach that, okay, and so we are all about personal growth. Our mission is to capture 1% of the $6.8 trillion health and wellness industry. Is probably more than that now, because at the end of 2024, that was the number. By the end of this year, it's going to grow to 7.3 trillion. So that means many of you guys who plug into our trainings and you're consistent with using the products and sharing the opportunity and the products, you're sitting in seats that could be worth annual incomes of six figures. Okay, some of you guys are going to stick with us and keep building your business, have your network grow, where you're going to earn six figures a month. Okay, not just a year. So that's what we have our hands on. Our model is dream, fight, win. You must have a dream you're willing to fight for, and as long as you don't give up and quit, you're going to come out with that win. All right, so that's dream, fight, win. So this is how the training is structured. Part one is today, and so we'll talk about those bullet points there once we get to the next slide. Part two is next week. Part three is the following week, and part four will be 3 weeks from today, right? So that's how the training is structured. Just bite-sized bits of information that you can learn it, do it, and teach it. Okay, using the best system. So part one is create strong mental and emotional barriers to exit that are greater than the obstacles you have to overcome to win. And you want to have your whiteboard. So Coach Seymour, he teaches on Tuesday nights. He was the one that taught the whiteboard about a month ago. Why means what hurts you. Okay, that's what that means. So, and then we talk about placing your appropriate initial order and continual order following the best system. And then we discuss setting up ownership at the appropriate level on the appropriate day of the month. Okay, so that's the best system. So now, create strong mental and emotional barriers to exit that are greater than the obstacles you have to overcome to win. Those are going to be your whiteboard. Okay, what hurts you? Like, what is the thing that really pains you? Like, some people have credit card bills, right? Some people have high interest debt, student loan bills. Some people would like to put their kids in private school or send their parents money every month, but can't do it because their finances won't allow that. That is what hurts you. You want to put those type of things on a what hurts you board, okay? And keep them in a place where they're visible and you'll see them every day until you're able to mark that thing off and you have accomplished it. That's not a pain to you anymore. And then your 20 reasons why you want to be successful with your Green Organics business. You want to take a notebook and write that down in blue ink, okay? And so, and be specific about that. I know for me, I'll get to it. I'll get to it later. So anyway, so this is also a leadership test. So when you enroll a new member, okay, you want to tell them, hey, within a week, I need you to send me information that's on your what hurt you board and your 20 reasons why. Okay. And the reason why we want people to do that, because those are your emotional barriers to exiting the business. All right. So those are what going to keep you from quitting when things aren't growing as fast as you would like them to grow. Okay. And so you want to be really specific. So if you want to buy a house, you don't want to write, I want to buy a new house, because you can go to Costco, right? They just open by my house. You can go to Target, you can go to Walmart, you can buy a toy house, right? Can't live in it, but you buy a new house, right? You want to be specific. I want to buy a 4-bedroom, 3,000 square foot house on a 1-acre lot in the country and be as descriptive as possible, because your mind thinks in pictures. So when you write down the type of house you want, you're going to see that in your mind, in your subconscious mind. It doesn't know what's real and what's fake. Okay, so it's going to go to work and help you achieve that. I want to buy a new car. Okay, You want to be specific because you can buy a Matchbox or a Hot Wheels car at the grocery store, okay, or Target, or is Toys R Us still around? Right, I don't know, or Walmart or Amazon, right? You can buy toy cars. Be specific. If there's a particular car you want, okay, you desire, right, write it down. I want to buy a new black 2024 Mercedes E350. It could be 2025. We're in a different year, but black leather interior, heated seats, LED screen, navigation system, premium sound. Be as descriptive as possible. If you want to make more money, be specific in regard to how much you want to earn, because if you just say I want to make more money, you could find 10 cents at the Coinstar machine or in the parking lot. That's not really impacting your finances. So be specific in regard to the amount of income you would like to earn. Like, I want to earn $5,000 per month from my Green Organics business by December 31st, 2025. So, and if $5,000 a month is uncomfortable for you to write that, start with a smaller amount and then build in increments. You can say, well, I want to earn $500 a month by October 31st, and then by December 31st, I want to earn $750 a month or $1,000 a month, right? Do it in quarters, okay? But you want to have a specific number and try to give it a deadline if possible. But if not, have a number you want to work toward, right? That's going to help you stay focused on building your business. Once you do that, you want to write your top 4 reasons. So you're going to take your 20 reasons. You're going to identify your top 4, highlight them on your sheet of paper, take an index card, right? I have mine right here. Take an index card and write your top 4 reasons down on like an index card or a Post-it note, right? And have 3 or 4 of them so you'll see them throughout the day. Tape them up to your bathroom mirror, your steering wheel, keep them in your wallet, men, or your purse, ladies, at your desk when you're working. So for me, I have 3. I wrote, so the first one says I'm retired from corporate America by the age of 55, right? And so I'm able to cross this off now because I'm never going back into the corporate world after today. I'm done, right? So now my top 3 is done, right? So you want to have your top 3 or 4 reasons. Then you want to find pictures, right? Go to Google and go find some pictures so you can make an electronic picture collage of your top 3 or 4 reasons and keep them on your laptop, your cell phone, your iPad or whatever, or your tablet electronically, so you will see them every time you open your device. Okay, your phone, your Android phone, your Samsung. Okay, you want to have a picture collage that will help you stay focused. All right. Now, if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to type those in the comments. I don't even know what time it is because I don't have my phone up here or anything, but I think we're making good time. All right, so now the next part is placing your appropriate initial order. So we're going to break it down with both companies. Oh, thank you, Sydney. We're a good time. Cosonic, he comes up in 35 minutes, so we'll be done before his training. So with HBN, okay, there are 3 ways to get active, right? If you place your personal 25 PV or more order or 50 PV or more order, 100 PV is recommended because you qualify for, there's some benefits for placing 100 PV order with HBN. Number one, you have the 5% discount, okay? The company gives you 10, 25 gift card codes every time you place a 100 PV order via auto ship, and we're talking about auto ship orders. And you also qualify for the highest binary payout. It's $24 every time you cycle in the binary, and that money adds up fast because the more times you cycle in a month, right? $24 times 30 is whatever the amount is. $24 times 1,000 cycles in a month, that's $24,000 in a month. Okay, and there's people who have received that. Then you also qualify for the star bonus with HBN, which is our secret sauce to the pay plan. That's true residual income. And anyone receive any star bonuses this month? Well, I know we're only 3 days to the month of September. If you have, this type star Jessica has, I know I have, I'm sure several of you guys have. Then we have our member reward points. Okay, so this is where the company gives you cash back up to 30%. So it starts at 5%, and then every 3 months increases by 5% with a maximum of 30% back. Okay, and you can use your points to buy products. And Greta says last month, we're at the beginning of the month, Greta, so I'm sure you and Doug will receive yours. And then Obviously, orders get shipped faster, and you receive the free Try Me product. This month's product is a full size bag of Vitality with HBN, which is great. That tea is wonderful. Right. So Go to Sign is different. Okay. So previously you can get active for 5 BV for deodorant stick. Well, now because Paula wanted to put more money into the pay plan, the requirement to get active is 10 BV. So that's going to be a go-go stick, a bottle of the cleaning spray or laundry detergent, right? That's going to be with tax and shipping about $20, right? But then if you're active at 50 BV or 100 BV, you can maximize the pay plan and qualify to earn all of the income. So benefits for doing 50 or 100 BV, it allows you to rank advanced where you can rank up to bronze and higher. Okay, which is bronze is where you definitely want to be. You're active at 50 BV and you enroll 3 members who are also active at 50 BV. In the best case scenario, it will be 3 business builders, but you may build your team and have customers, which is great, right? You want to have a combination of customers and business builders. So you may sign up 10 people and 3 may want to build the business and 7 are customers only, which is great. But if the 3 business builders, well, if any of the 3 within of those 10 are at 50 BV or higher, you automatically rank up to bronze, right? And that's just opens up more money in the pay plan. You also are SAT bonus qualified with the 50 BV or more order. Who has received at least one SAT bonus this month? Okay, and that money adds up fast. I like that part of the pay plan. Sydney has, thank you. And then you also qualify for higher commissions, MRP points, and shipping is faster. And the MRP program works like the HPM program where you receive up to 30% cash back and you can use your points to buy products, right? And then auto ship. Okay, you set auto ship if appropriate for the appropriate level and have it processed on the first of each month. That way, it's going to keep your account active, right? So you can just focus on building the business and not have to figure out when to place your next order. Do it on the. Thank you, Richard and Jessica. Do it on the first of the month, and that way it's taken care of. Okay, you get your products, your account will stay active, and we're all good. But we recommend 100 PV or CV with HPN, and 50 or 100 BV would go to sign up on the first of the month, which is what most builders are doing here. All right, so that part is the easy part. This part is fun, right? We always talk about, seed time and harvest, right? This is your first 5 years with the company. And so the columns are the red arrows, right? Or the columns are the years. The red arrows are the time you put into the business. And what I mean by putting into the business, it means learning. Okay, you attending our trainings, watching the videos, reading the books, things like that. And then the dollar symbols represent how much money you'll earn your first year. Okay, and so because of the internet, and some people make these outlandish claims like you're going to sign up and start making $100,000 a month, right? Right off the bat, that doesn't happen for most people. Okay, especially if you're new. So your first year, you're new, okay, and so you're going to follow our system. You're going to read the books, watch the videos, or listen to the audiobooks, attend the trainings. You are going to apply the training, launch your business, things like that. You're going to get a lot of no's, right? Because people are skeptical and don't believe you yet. So your income in your first year may not be that much. Okay, your second year, you're still plugging into the training. You've read the books and reread the books. You know which words to say and which phrases to use. And you are also using the products, which is important because you became a product. People are now believing you and you're getting more yeses in year 2. So your income goes up more. Year 3, okay. You read the books, you know how to communicate with a red, a blue, a yellow, or a green, right? You know about the proper terms to use. Hey, Angela. Okay, Sydney, Angela's here. Welcome, Angela. Right. And so year 3, right, you are becoming a professional, right? You're not a novice, right? And people are believing you because you've used the products. Maybe you've lost weight. Maybe you have seen a health condition go away from black seed oil or the go-go sticks now or something, right? And people believe you now, right? They're not skeptical. They may have told you no in year 1 to year 2, but year 3, they're ready. They're open, right? And we're just looking for people who are in the right place at the right time. We call it high noon. right? So a no to me isn't always a no. But year three, you are becoming a professional and your income goes up more, which is amazing. Year four, you are a professional, right? You read the books, right? You know what words to use. You're having meetings with your success team and meeting with them and working with them, and then now you can be picky about who you sign up, right? Because you don't want to recruit every person, right? Some people are not worth the income you would make just because of the headache they cause, right? But and you're having duplication happening, like with Sydney, she has Angela's here, and Angela is following Sydney's training, listen to her. She's duplicating what Sydney has taught her, so her income goes up. Sydney's income goes up. It's fair. Right? Corporate America is not fair, guys. The CEO, he shouldn't be making the most money. It's the people who are at the bottom of the pyramid in corporate America that work harder than the CEO but aren't the highest paid, right? Sydney Leach, Sydney too. Sydney has so Sydney gets a year four. Sydney Brown and Sydney Leach and Angela, they follow the system, right? They don't quit. They get in, plug and stay in. They're building their business, and they rank up, and their income goes up. Sydney Brown's income goes up. It's a win-win situation. You get to year five, right? Yes, you see, you're not recruiting a lot because you have a team. Maybe you're hosting Zooms and doing trainings. You have people that outrank you, which is what we want, right? This is fair. I desire for people who I sign up and people in my success team to pass me up in rank. It's just fair, right? But still, we're all going to get paid, right? Yes, you see, your income goes up in year five. But now what happens? All right, this is what gets people. Okay, people, especially on social media, you could be in groups, these business groups, or you see someone's Facebook post says, "Hey, you can make $5,000 a month without recruiting anybody." Okay, and so you people fall for it. We see it, and so you get to year two or year three, you see that post, you ask for information, they message you, you sign up because you're like, I want to make $5,000 a month without recruiting anybody. And so what happens is you're year three here, but when you join that new company, you start over and go back to year one, okay, with that company. You also lose some things. You lose your downline or your support team. You lose your income with Green Organics. You also lose credibility with people, okay? Because every time you go from company to company to company, you're starting over and people are no longer believing you, which is going to make it harder for you to have any success. So be the person that is going to get in, plug in, stay in, and be committed for at least 10 years, right? 10 years. I'm telling you guys what we teach here works. And we've seen, I've been doing this business model since 2007. I've seen it all right? All right, so are you committed? Okay, and so for people who are truly committed, and I know we know people have different finances. I understand that, but at some point, right, you want to commit yourself. With Gold Asana, you want to be active at 50 BV or more. Okay, so 50 BV is going to be 70 to 80 bucks. Okay, and then with Heart by Naturals, it's 100 CV or more, which that will be about 120 up to $150, depending what bundles of products you buy from either from the companies. Okay, so that right there that shows your commitment level because you're going to maximize the pay plan. I've seen people who are active at 5 BV. Well, now they can't be active at 5 BV because they're not active. People active at 10 BV, right? And they're signing up customers at 50 BV or more. They're leaving money on the table because they can only earn retail commissions at 5 BV. They can only, I'm sorry, 10 BV, right? They can only earn matrix commission at 6% of 10. So that's why it makes sense to be at 50 BV minimum. Okay. And Cindy says there's too many here making money for this system not to work. It works. It works. If you're listening and taking action, never give up, and you're home. That's the key, is to not give up. Right. And and Jessica is less than $250 from $6,000 combined. Right. And so just be committed. Be committed, guys. All right. So system works. So this example of the Gold Asana matrix pay, right? So we're going to work on down to about level 5, level 6. But if you get down to about you get to level 4, right, you're making at least $300 a month in matrix pay. But in this example, I don't like going down to the bigger numbers because it starts to not be believable because those numbers are huge. I mean, $28 million a year on level 12, right, with a full matrix, which will take years to happen, right? 531,000 people, but $28 million just in matrix pay a year, right? That is a huge number where the average person won't believe that. But if you follow our system, you recruit three people that want to build the business, and they recruit three people like you taught them, and keep duplicating that down to level 6. Just in matrix pay, you're making over $3,200 a month, right? Very duplicatable system. That's $39,000 a year. Okay, and so and that'll help pay people's car payments, rent or mortgage. Right. For me, I'm going to have to start eventually pay for my own health insurance, right? So this type of money will help me do that, right? So that is the power we have with the GoDasana matrix, and we like to introduce people to GoDasana first because it's the simpler of the companies to understand, because people understand laundry detergent, people understand hard surface cleaners, people understand go-go sticks, people understand soap, deodorant, and tooth powder. They understand that stuff, right? And very easy to introduce people to GoDasana, and then they can learn about the HBN side, right? So I learned this last night from Coach Will, new quote: failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. I'm thankful that Sydney Brown was gracious enough to actually type it and put in notes for us. So this right here, write this one down, or screenshot it. Just tell yourself this every day: failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. Okay. For me, having a job before, I always felt like I had that. If this didn't work, I still have my job to fall back on. Bro, now this has to work, right? And I'm not gonna fail. All right, so because I don't have a job anymore. Okay, so but this right here is a great quote from Coach Will, right? So make sure you guys screenshot this or write it down and declare this to yourself every day. And words matter, guys. Life and death are truly in the power of the tongue. Only speak life. Only speak life. Even my VP, he didn't know what was going to happen today. He messaged me on LinkedIn. He's like, I know you're positive. You're always positive, and your mindset, you're gonna always win, right? And so I'm like, thanks. So always speak life. That's going to lead to positive actions and positive outcomes. And so we have groups on Facebook. So if you guys are on Facebook, there's 4 groups. One group is only for people who are building the business. I have to change the name of it once I'm able to, but it's the Greener Gangs Family Influencer and Consultant Training Group. We're going to change it to Brand Consultant Training Group. That's the name we're going to change that to. But that's definitely a group you want to be in. And then the other 3 groups are for anybody. Prospects can join. People who ask you about the products, you have them join those groups, right? The HBN Testimonials and Information Group and the GoDasana Testimonials and Information Group. So we want to keep them separate because some people don't like seeing information about the other company's products in the other group. So if you have a HBN testimonial, share your testimonial or your business success in the HBN Testimonials group. If you have a GoDasana testimonial or a success, share it in the GoDasana group. And then what you do is you add people, okay, on your friends list to this group or send them a link. Once you know they're in the group, you find a post you want them to read. It could be a Black Seed Oil post. It could be a Go-Go Sticks post. Tag them. Tag them. Say, hey, Sydney, I tagged you in this post because I thought you would find this interesting about about the Sinus Soothe Go-Go Stick. And after you add them, then you tag them, and then you message them to tell them, hey, Sydney, I just thanks for joining the group. I just tagged you in the post I thought you would find beneficial. Let me know if you have any questions or what you like, right? Something like that. So it's called add tag message. So you want to do that in both testimonials groups and the Drink the Drop Weight Warriors group. Okay, ATM, add tag message. That group is focused strictly on people who want to release excess weight or want to properly manage your blood sugar levels, because we have the GLP-1 system and the berberine ACV that gets talked about in that group, right? So those are the 4 groups you want to be in, and prospects or people interested in the products or the opportunities, they can be in the the bottom 3 groups, right? So just want to make that clear. We have YouTube channels. The One Team, One Dream channel, that's where most of the training replays are posted. When I host them, that's where they go. So make sure you guys can subscribe to that one. I think you can hit the subscription button. I was trying yesterday, but I couldn't. Coach Tina, our Detox Diva, every Thursday, she hosts Detox Divas, which is a product focused product education focused train Zoom. She posts Detox Divas replays there. Coach Sonic, he hosts the Coach's Corner on Wednesday nights after this call. He posts his replays on his channel, and Coach Will is always posting different types of content on his YouTube channel for ideas for us to use and for us to put our own our on our channel, or we can download them and put them on our own YouTube channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed to those 4 channels. This is our training schedule. So as you can see, the dark green items for Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that is for members. Guests can come, right? We have lots of people who want to know, well, if I join you, what kind of training do I get? Well, you can invite them to the Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night trainings, right? And that's where they will learn what we teach. And then the light green colors are Monday and Thursdays. Those are more of the customer focused education. Mondays are the testimonials Zooms where people share product and income testimonials with like paying off bills and stuff like that. Black oil successes, or now we're having go-go stick successes. And then Thursday night, there's 2 Zooms. Detox Divas is a product education, and then the business opportunity overview is after Detox Divas. And so most of them start at 5 p.m. Pacific. 2 of them start at 6 p.m. Coach's Corner, and then the business overview is at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Coach's Corner is on 6 p.m. Pacific tonight on Wednesday. So that's our schedule. So you guys can screenshot that, or if you don't have a chance to screenshot it, there is an electronic version of this available, so you can get with your plugged in support team member, and they'll send you the image. You can put this on your calendar. And we like to use the term support team for your upline or your sponsor. We don't use upline because that hierarchy thing is kind of weird, right? So support team, your sponsor is here to support you, okay, to help you be successful. And then your success team is not downline. Your success team are people you sign up, you become their leader. So they are on your success team because in order for you to be successful, you have to support them so they can win. Okay, so that's why we have it called success team. Okay, so that is how we break it down. And I think that concludes the training. Let me stop the recording. Oh, let me find the button really fast. Where'd it go?